NHD will commemorate its 50-year milestone by developing a new park in Mandeville, the center of the island. So, Madam Speaker, I'm officially announcing the third parish park. Yes, that will be in Mandeville. Additionally, for this special year of the NHD, the Trust will also award 50 scholarships. 50 scholarships instead of the 10 that we usually offer. We'll give 50 scholarships this year in various subjects. Madam Speaker, I want to turn quickly to the Factories Corporation. The Factories Corporation of Jamaica, the FCJ, continues to drive major projects that enhance productivity and capacity for economic growth across the country. The Factories Corporation of Jamaica is playing a critical role in modernizing town centers across the island. The Morant Bay Urban Center faced great skepticism from some, but now it is nearing completion. And I passed there, and it is looking really good, Madam Speaker. In fact, the demand for space there is such that they are going to be constructing an additional 2 buildings, and they have purchased lands to create a small and micro business park. Building on the success of Morant Bay, Boundbrook in Portland is out of the planning phase and will commence construction in the coming financial year. Plans are advanced for similar urban centers for Negril, Nago Head, Whole Harbour, and Lucy. These projects will bring modern infrastructure, commercial opportunities, and essential services to communities across Jamaica. The intention is to modernize all our townships and urban commercial nodes. You know, the truth is, Madam Speaker, all our townships are overcrowded and congested, and unfortunately, aesthetically unappealing. First, we will decongest these towns by developing the bypasses, and this will also open up new lands, which we will then commission master plans for, and then we will use public-private vehicles to execute development of the new urban centers. And then we will partner with the existing property owners in the Old Town Center to develop a new plan for those old areas. So, Madam Speaker, having gone through the successful execution of the Morant Bay Urban Center, we're going to take that and go right across Jamaica to all the townships to upgrade and modernize our towns. Madam Speaker, I want to touch the UDC very quickly. The Portmore Resilience Park is now 50% complete. Yes. And it is set to be open this summer. Additionally, next month, we will break ground for the Raintree Commercial Complex, a 69-lot commercial and light industrial subdivision in Caymanas, St. Catherine. This development is part of a larger 4,000-unit residential and mixed-use transformation plan for the Caymanas area. In another significant move towards urban renewal, we are expanding the Kingston Harbour Walk with support from the Caribbean Development Bank and the World Bank, ushering a new era of sustainable development in downtown Kingston and Port Royal. Madam Speaker, in collaboration with the NWA, NEPA, and the National Heritage Trust, the roadway from the Norman Manley Roundabout to Port Royal will be improved, and I noted that before under the NWA, will be improved and expanded to include a dedicated cycling lane and jogging trail. This will be done respectfully of the environment and history of the area. Madam Speaker, Kingston and indeed the wider Jamaica needs more dedicated, purpose-built recreational infrastructure. Madam Speaker, to drive urban renewal, we must modernize the Urban Renewal Tax Relief Act, which since 1995 has incentivized investments in regenerating blighted areas. While it has supported 56 projects, mostly in downtown Kingston, with a handful in Spanish Town and Montego Bay, its impact has been limited. Of the $25.8 billion in approved incentives, only $8.5 billion has been utilized. The program is set to expire in June 2026, presenting an opportunity for a more comprehensive framework to be developed. By December 2025, we will introduce new legislation to expand redevelopment zones, streamlining approvals, and enhancing incentives. Madam Speaker, we will adopt a phased approach with certain areas being designated initially. As those are developed, additional areas will be designated. In the first phase, designated areas will include downtown Kingston, central Kingston, Vineyard Town, Swallowfield, Olympic Gardens, Spanish Town Road, Caymanas, Montego Bay, Port Antonio, Lucy, Negril, and Morant Bay. These areas will be formally reclassified as Urban Development Corporation designated areas, allowing the UDC to spearhead development as it successfully did in Negril and Ocherius many decades ago. So, Madam Speaker, additionally, the cumbersome approval process, which currently takes up to 3 years, will be replaced by a single approval portal under the UDC, drastically reducing delays and making investments more attractive. To further incentivize development, tax credits will become transferable. This means that the unused tax credit associated with a particular property can be transferred upon sale to the new owner, enabling greater flexibility in structuring transactions so that incentives can be fully utilized. With these reforms, the government is laying the foundation for a new era of urban transformation.